guys, how are you? So I'm working on a new project and I'm like tilted. I wonder if I can fix this a little real quick. If not, something's better than nothing. Let's see how this looks now. Better. Okay, so I'm excited because I am working on men's birthday cards for an order, birthday card, variety card order that someone made, and I'm excited about these because it challenged me to actually make men cards and not just pretty, flowery, colorful women's cards. So I wanted to show you, and this is really different all the way together. This one here I'm really excited about. And this says happy birthday on there. It's a birthday card, as I said. And the cool thing about this is I didn't actually buy the pre-made cards. I made this myself out of Dollar Tree big, large cardboard stock for projects. And then you just open it like that, and there's the tie. And then we have the buttons. Close it. And there's those buttons there. And then on the back, I got my joyfully made card stamps. Okay, so I bought this and it was like 60 cents at the Dollar Tree store. And what I did to make these was I took a regular card that's pre-made like this, and I opened it up because I figured, common sense. This card here that I actually was inspired by this on Pinterest, and I seen that it had this little opening for the tie, and I was like, well, this is the regular size of a regular card, so what I'm probably gonna have to do here is trace a regular size card open, and then cut it in the front the way that was. So that's what I did. I opened up just a regular card and I traced it on my big sheet here, which I'm gonna go ahead and make one real quick. And what I do is I actually scoot my card up a little hair, because when these go in envelopes, they're gonna be a little bit larger. So I actually move my card up a hair on the top and on the side. I wish you could see what I'm doing. I'll show you. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about, but I'm just gonna go up a little hair on each side to leave room for this to fit in the envelope when I'm done. And then I'm gonna trace it. So I scooted up a hair on these two sides above my white part in the corner, just a little bit. That way, when I fold it and it goes into that envelope, it fits, because I have experienced in the past that sometimes if you put that exact measurement on the outside, then it'll be bigger than your envelope. So cool thing about this is you live and learn. You experience, you make mistakes and know what not to do next time. It's kind of fun, even though it can be a little annoying once in a while when, I've forgotten a detail that I've done before. So this paper from Dollar Tree, 60 cents for this huge thing. And if I were to buy card paper at Hobby Lobby or Joann Fabrics, it would have been like over 60 cents a small square sheet. So I was like, I'm all about this white paper. I'm going to actually be getting more of this for future reference. Dollar Tree does not have a huge variety on things that I like a lot. But if you're really limited on money, Dollar Tree can be a wonderful blessing. If you are willing to just use what they have, you can still make something pretty cool. I just personally like a lot of colorful, you know, decorative papers. But Dollar Tree is excellent if you want to do something basic and simple. Now with this, I got the polka dot paper from Hobby Lobby, so you won't find that sort of thing at Dollar Tree. But get what you can at Dollar Tree because Dollar Tree's awesome. And so now I got my card and I'm going to fold it on each side. And what I do with this is I lay it flat and I kind of try, I don't fold it right away. I try and see what I'm doing here. I try and get it like, how would it be even on each side? And then I actually, not completely even. I take that back. Sorry guys. I actually want it to go over just a hair more on this side. So let's just go fold this guy in just a little bit. It's kind of challenging because the paper, you have to fold it yourself to make this card. It doesn't have the creases, so you know, I'm using my scissors to make that. And it doesn't look perfect, but I'll tell you what, it looks homemade. And it's gonna just work, you know. And that's something I actually enjoy about my cards. I actually wanted, at first I was like, I want professional cards, and I do, I want them professional, but I want them to look professionally handmade, not professionally Stampin' Up. And no offense to Stampin' Up, I love Stampin' Up, they're incredible for the right person, but I discovered it's not for me, and it made me so happy that I actually like my handmade cards kind of from scratch, you know. I like that look. And you know, I don't want them to look super, you know, professional and just they're too plain for me. That's what it is. Sometimes the professional cards can be too plain for me. Now, I know they have pop-ups. The pop-up in Stampin' Up is probably my favorite thing. But once again, I'm having a lot of fun with this right now, and I do believe there'll be a time in the future where I start pop-up in my cards. I'm not on the pop-up part of my card making yet, but I have a feeling I'll get to that point. So, say I'm folding my card, and I have got it just a hair over this one, and that's where my buttons are going to go. My little buttons go over that side, and that's what they'll do here. So my next step is to cut my card right here, diagonal. You know, I think I'll put this right here. Why didn't I do that from the first place? Okay. Oh, this bed is a mess, and it's been a mess for a long time, but try to get some of the glue off of my hands. They clean, they're clean. Because this white paper gets all the little greasy and sticky spots on it easy. So, okay, let's trace. I'm going to trace with another one of my cards. Just, I don't use a ruler or anything. I could use a ruler, but I just use my cards to trace straight lines. It works for me. I don't try and make everything super perfect. And that's just the way I roll with my cards. So maybe one day I will. So, okay, you can't see what I'm doing from here, but I have got my card like this, and I'm going with this one diagonal to make that cut in my fold. So, I'm going to just do that real quick. And I hope this turns out as good as my last. Actually, I'm still measuring just a hair. I'm thinking this looks good. Please work, please work. Okay. So I got my one line drawn there, and now I'm going to go to the other side and try and match it up so it's about the same. Open, go to the corner. I think this looks good, but again, it doesn't have to be 100% it still looks good when it's done. And that's really all I care about. Oh man, see, I got a little spot on there already with my ink. Ugh. Oh well. I'll probably be making plenty of these. So now I'm going to go ahead and cut where I drew my lines. I'm really going to try and cut under that pen because then you'll see the black ink. Yeah, see, there's the black ink. I don't like seeing the black ink so much. But again, these are handmade from scratch. So yeah, I have a friend who does Stampin' Up! Card making, and they're pretty and they're cool, and like I said, I love a pop-up, but it's just too cracker boxy, like store-bought, bland, mostly bland. For me, I just love color and creating my own thing, like my own thing. I love it. But again, like not all the time. Like I go on Pinterest and copy things like this. But I feel like this card is more of the homemade, handcrafted, not so much Stampin' Up! Style. With Stampin' Up!, they don't use as many buttons and bows. And those are two things that I love. In fact, if I didn't call myself Joyfully Made Cards, I would call myself Buttons and Bows. Because I love the buttons and I love the bows. Where's my bow? Let me find my other one. Buttons and Bows would be my secondary name. See my bows and my buttons. And I just, those are like some of my favorite staples to put on my car. So anyways, oh, you know what? Okay, now that I have done that, I got my fold ready. So honestly, what I need to do next is stamp the back. If you don't want to stamp, that's fine. Oh, that's my happy birthday stamp. You know how many times I've stamped my cards backwards and upside down? It's funny. So I really have to pay attention to what I'm doing here to make sure my stamp is going on the right way. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp the back first. There's my Joyfully Made Cards. And now I'm going to put the daisy. Where is it? Right here. My Handmade with Love stamp that goes on top of my name and email. So that will go right here. Oh, that looks better than the last one. Love it. Ah! It just gets better and better every time. Sometimes, though, I don't motivate myself to do cards every day. So, you know, when I do, I love it. Okay. Oh, I've already cut these out. I've used the black and white paper, as you see here. And I have traced out my little ties. So what I did at first, actually, I'll show you if I, all right, let's see here. I'm going to put that there, but where is the little tie starter one? Here it is, found it. Okay. I started by guessing from looking at a picture of one of these, what size I wanted to make the top part of the tie that went like that. And then I came up with this size. And then after that, I cut that part out because I thought it was going to be two separate pieces. And I thought, why would it be two separate pieces? Why can't I just make the whole tie together? So after that, I traced, I went from this and followed and made my little attachment. And I just started making them all like this after. You know what I'm saying. Anyways, so I am going to use one of those, which I've already traced out and everything. And then actually, I'm going to glue this guy in the inside. So I use the Elmer's Craft Bond Extra Strength. And you have to use this. Ooh, can you see that? Extra Strength. I was using that school glue when I first started. Let me tell you, that stuff doesn't cut it. It's not for card making. You have to use not just any glue stick. You have to use the Crafter's Bond because it doesn't leave your stuff bumpy on your cards. And that was really troubling me when I first started. Was I was using that, you know, kids school glue, and then it would be all bumpy and it just doesn't dry flat like this stuff does. So I'm placing that in here, and I'm just trying to get this part scooted up a little bit so that there's no, there we go. And I left a little tiny flap open for the tie. Doesn't have to be noticeable, it doesn't matter, so I like it that way. So now I've got this much done. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to stamp the happy birthday now. This one was my Joyfully Made. Put that there, and this one is the happy birthday. So sometimes I stamp after I put my things on. I guess it really doesn't matter which way you choose to do that, but I'm going to go ahead and stamp happy birthday over there in the corner like I have there. It's just whatever. But I have to make room here for my stamps. I mean, for my buttons. So my happy birthday is going on. Oh, it turned out. Sometimes these stamps smear, so. Okay, happy birthday's on there. Now I'm going to make my little napkin over here. Napkins, I haven't made a whole lot of napkin, but I do want these to be straight. So I'm going to just use this to trace, to make my little triangle here. I am almost done. I don't know how long this video is going to be, but it better not be that much longer because I got to get off here. Okay. Looks like I've been filming about 17 minutes. I hope my video doesn't cut off, so maybe make this. I'm probably not going to share the buttons. I suppose I could. Let's see how fast I can do this. All right, so let's get this little triangle on here, which is the, whatchamacallit. I have to remind myself what I did. Okay, it goes upside down. Knowing me, I put it the wrong way or something. And I put that little napkin up there in the corner. Oh man, see, there's a smear. Oh, Lord have mercy. How can I fix this? Maybe I can't. I know I'm going to end up getting a little bit of white out or something. I don't know. It's just a little disappointed, but it's working. Then I'm going to get my 3 buttons on here. I might use the glue gun. Let me see how these dry. Well, these don't dry very good at all. Okay, I used this Elmer's Craft Bond stick saw. It is not very good. I'll show you. This is not a friend of mine right now because it takes an eternity to dry. Now my glue gun, on the other hand, over here, which takes time to heat and you have to wait for it to get super hot, that works great. So anyway, I am going to say goodbye because I have to clean my mess and get my glue gun for this because obviously this last project's not even dry. So, but I am super excited about this. That's that for now. I will see you guys later. Have a beautiful day and till next time. Bye-bye.